Anybody else? In the back?
As far as creative standpoint, are you going to do anything else like chant? Anything else in the works?
Well, drones is the last thing that I was just working on. But I'm not in front of the camera. I'm just behind on that one, which was actually very nice because I didn't have to get up and put on makeup or go to wardrobe. It was so nice. There's nothing that I'm working on right now that is just that I'm going to write and direct and star in. I think I overwhelmed myself doing that. But I would love to do something with the books because she's very much in that Buffy world, and I think she would just be a really fun character to play with. So we'll see what happens. We're talking to people about maybe doing something for TV or film. And then you had a question.
I was just going to ask if you had any thoughts on Dr. Horrible or Dollhouse.
Dr. Horrible or Dollhouse? Well, I think Dollhouse is awesome. It's so different than Buffy, and I think people at first were sort of like, this isn't Buffy. But I think now it's finding its legs and people are appreciating it for what it is, which is a very different thing. I thought Dr. Horrible is fantastic. I mean, it's really the only time something's been created for the internet and it's been successful. Most stuff just sort of, dies. The Dr. Horrible, they were really, really smart about it, releasing it and then pulling it back, and it was big word of mouth, and I really feel like he really connected to his audience in a really smart way. I think Felicia Day and Nathan and Neil Patrick Harris were great,
Yeah.
I was really, really impressed with it. I was like, that's the way to do web stuff. Just have fun with it. Anybody else?
Mm-hmm. I'm fairly new to Twitter, and one of the first things I saw was the Macarena video.
Oh, no.
So I'm just curious what prompted that. I didn't get to know the story.
Basically, I was getting all these emails via Facebook from people going, I read the book, I love the book, I read the book, or I didn't like the book, but I like this part of the book. I was getting all this response, and I was like, well, it's great that you guys want to tell me, because I do want to know, but, it's more helpful if you put a review up on Amazon or Barnes & Noble and let other people know how you feel. So I was like, if you hate it, you love it, whatever you feel about it, if I get 85 reviews on these sites, then I will do the Macarena. I don't know what I was thinking. What is going on? And so I was telling Adam and our friend Jordan, they're both in the band Common Rotation, about it, and they were like, oh, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And I was like, what do you mean do it? I'm just gonna sing it and kind of they're like, no, you have to do it. So they produced it. And it looks pretty great for what, for one afternoon of just messing around. We did the Macarena, and I had a backing band. It was all live too. Literally, we're in the middle of Highland Park in a very Hispanic neighborhood, and everyone's coming out of their houses what is this Macarena thing? What is it? We're just repeating it over and over. People over there are weird, but I think it turned out really well, and I think it was really fun. People were like, "You did it! I can't believe you!" I'm like, "Well, I made a promise. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it." I hate that when people don't do what they say they're going to do. I always try and do that. Anybody else? Any other questions? Mm-hmm.
Do you still hang out with anyone you were on Buffy with besides Adam?
I think Danny Strong and Tom Link quite often. I think who else. I run into Tony, and I have a mutual friend, so I always hear what Tony's up to through this other friend. But he's not in town very often. He's usually in the UK. He's got family. He's got 2 beautiful daughters that he actually spends time with now. Because on Buffy, they lived in the UK and he was here, which is really rough. I don't know how he did it. And then I haven't seen Allison in forever because she's been so busy with How I Met Your Mother, but I know more about what's going on with her because of Twitter. It's oh, the baby's so cute. But I'm trying to think and I run into Michelle Trachtenberg. She's so cute. She literally was 15 when I knew her. Now she's 22, I think. And Adam and I were in Starbucks, and I see this woman with glasses and bags of shopping and heels come running in, and she comes running over to us, and Adam and I are like, who's that? Do you know, is that for you or for me? Who is that? I didn't know who it was. And she pulls the glasses, she's like, guys! And she gives me the big hug back to Michelle. So I see her periodically. But I guess that's that will conclude. They're giving me the time to call it off. So this will conclude the Q&A part of our let's follow me over to the, no. Jobs is over there. We'll get on back on the tram. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. We're gonna sign books and anything else you guys have. I will sign anything. No body parts. But if you have Buffy stuff, Buffy box sets, I know they have some of the omnibus stuff for sale, and they have some really cool prints, limited edition prints that an artist did for the book. So